What up, boys? Welcome back to Reddit Review. Today, we are reviewing the subreddit. I never know how to intro these, because I usually start off my videos by saying, like, today we are doing X, Y, or Z, but we do, like, the same thing every week, but the thing we do changes, but I don't know what the thing changing actually is, because it's just whatever's on the subreddit. So, maybe I start every week by saying an ironic, today we're reviewing the subreddit, and then it's like funny or something. But yeah, let's like actually review the subreddit. Fix the issue where queue chest time would sometimes reset before the chest had finished unlocking. Hadn't experienced that. Fix the trophy road progression indicator sometimes showing the incorrect value on Android devices. That's just really strange. And then loads of crashes. I mean, okay. Honestly, I'd have preferred them not to do like a forced update because it took like 10 seconds out of my day for bugs I hadn't experienced. But, you know, if it was mandatory, then it's mandatory. Last thing my opponent's tower sees before it gets destroyed. I mean, that's the last thing my tower sees before it gets destroyed. I hate Lava Loon. Leave me alone, please, and thank you. 250 gem compensation for past Royale users regarding chest queue bug. Really? To all of them? Before August 1st? I mean, I did that. I didn't have this bug, but I will take your free 250 gems, I guess. Hogmains be like, yeah, you have to, because it avoids more buildings that way. Why would you ever... That's not my dog. Do not interrupt my Reddit review ever again, dog. I haven't actually seen it. It might be cute and adorable, and I take that back, but I haven't seen it. Anyway, yeah, you have to put the hog there, because then it will do more buildings, and I think it's actually quicker if you put it on this tile, so... Don't mock it, it makes sense. It's like why you put your expo one tile to the left or the right, like, on the outside. It makes sense, because then you avoid more stuff, like, don't be judging. Hopefully tomorrow will be Gem Rush. I mean, we can pretty much just count it as dead now. Why do we still, like, hope? It's clearly just gone. Night Witch emotes, Confusion, great job out there in Battle Time. I like the Night Witch, so I'd be in favour of these, even though I wouldn't buy them, because they are extremely expensive. You know what? I just realised we're not on top of this week. We're just on a hot... I mean, it's fine. Alright, I know this bug, right? I know it's a thing. I know it's really interesting that the cards get bigger, but I swear this is on the subreddit every single week. This has been in the game for years. This has been a thing for literally years. Why are we still reporting on this? It's not game breaking. They don't need to fix it. It is what it is, and it's so old. Can we please stop posting these and getting 5,000 upvotes? 5,000! For that. My entire account has 2,500, and I posted like strategy posts for probably like a year, and this gets 5,000. It's so old! A small quality of life idea. How about a donate max button that allows you to donate max cards you can? I don't really see the point in this. You can only donate 8 of them, so why don't you just press the button 8 times? You know you can hold it as well. You don't even have to like tap it 8 times. You know you can actually click on the image and hold it. That's how I donate, but I don't know. I guess it's very, very, very small, and I don't know if they could do it in like a day and have it done and work, then yeah, sure, but it seems like it would take up so much more effort than what it actually contributes to the game, because you literally just tap and hold and it works. I opened all 34 crown chests at once. I wanted to share the before and after. I mean, that's only to your gold and gems. Like, you're judging it, but... You know you got a load of cards for that as well, right? Like, yeah, you only gained, what, 48k and 85 gems, but you forget all of the cards you gained? Is it just me, or is this animation unnecessarily too long and kind of annoying? If the devs are trying to minimize the game size, I bet this is really removable. I don't really see an issue with it. It's like cool that you unlock the tier. What is really unnecessarily long is the actual season pass. Getting 10 crowns a day is a lot because, like, it sounds doable, right? You just sort of play like 10 games and on average you'll probably get that, but not really, because if you miss, say, like 3 days, you're now 30 crowns down and have that to do for the rest of the season. And I'm talking from my personal experience. I didn't play for well, I did play, but I didn't get 10 crowns for like 5 days in a row, and now I'm like 5 days behind in my pass, and I'm like, well, now I have to grind these last 5 days by getting 20 crowns a day, which is like 20 games, which is legitimately like over an hour of game time, and it's like really tedious to have to play that much, and yeah, it's a big commitment. I think maybe if you had like objectives that gave you points, almost like quests, so you did an objective every day and it got you a tier, then that'd be cool, because it'd probably be easier to do and you could actually focus it. But just getting crowns, there's no way to focus it, and it means you have to just play raw gameplay, which can actually take really long. Dog, if you don't shush, I swear. I believe there's a woman next door who's playing out in the garden with her child, and they're playing with the dog, and the child is probably aggravating the dog, which is really bad for the dog's mental state, but there you can hear it breaking down. That's really sad. It's like really sad. Grand and Classic Challenge Passes, yes, I've agreed with this for ages. I think that'd just be really cool and exciting because you get one and you're like, yes, I get to play the game in a challenge and get rewards for it, but I don't know if they'd actually ever do it because the challenge rewards are actually really high opposed to what you just get from these pouches. So I don't know if they'll ever do it, but I would be more than down for it. I'd love that so much. Alright, and now we switch over to the place you all know and love, my subreddit. If you haven't already, link is top one in the description. Go subscribe to it. We have, if it would like to load, come on. We have 212 members, which is actually more than I thought. We gained 12 members. Maybe, I think we were at 200 last time, since we last did this without me even asking. So, thank you a lot. Link is the top one in the description. If you have a Reddit account, then subscribe. If you don't, then make one and subscribe, and yes. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my PC noise in the background. I really don't know what to do about it. It's just going. Like, my PC isn't even, like, it's not even utilizing that much of my CPU at the moment. It's just like, you know what? I want to make a load of noise. Oh, I say that. Oh no, it's only using 60% of my CPU. Like, it's just like, okay, I'm dying now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Successful people, unsuccessful people, people who use P.E.K.K.A. and Mini P.E.K.K.A. in the same deck. I will never understand that. You don't need both. Surely it doesn't help you out that much. Like, if you ran P.E.K.K.A. and NATO, I'd understand it. But P.E.K.K.A. and Mini P.E.K.K.A. is like, what? Why? They both do like the same damage. One just has more health and costs more. I don't know. It is very weird. Pro player breathes. ClashRoyale. I mean, I'm a pro player, and ClashRoyale hasn't to me yet. He never misses anything, does he? To be fair, Ash posts like a lot, so if he did miss something, it would be a surprise. But he covers so much on his channel because of how consistent he is with uploads, and I wish that could be me. I mean, this got really defensive. You mean ClashRoyale? Hey, here's an idea. Go kill yourself. Boys, chill. What is this? What? Every time he changes hair color, he looks like Disney and Pixar characters. I can't even tell which one is Bailey at this point. This comes from last time I was some Frozen character. I don't actually know who that character is, but it looks very Disney or Pixar, so I'll take it. I'm gonna do a color that no Disney character has, just to annoy you. Bailey, you sure you played Royale's worst deck? I mean, maybe this... it has skeletons, so it can actually cycle, but it has rage. I don't know. They're pretty close in contention. Rarest occurrences: getting struck by lightning, winning the lottery, guessing someone's password correctly, getting gems out of this thing. I mean, it is true. I guess Supercell didn't like my last post. Oh, you the dude who posted. Good job. And then you faced P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. It's relevant. I like it. Oof 100. Right. If you want to know what happened in this game, okay, I lost the tower mid-game. Because I can't even remember what you pushed with. I think it was a wizard and barbs you had, like, on a counter push from defending a P.E.K.K.A., right? And I was like, okay, a battle ram and an E-Wiz will clear this up. So I placed them, then you put a miner on my tower, and then you froze the tower. Then everything just converged onto my tower and I had no elixir left. And then, I was like, last 2 seconds, I had a battle ram, a fisherman, and a P.E.K.K.A. on your tower, and you froze them in like the last 5 seconds. So I was definitely going to win that game if you didn't have freeze, and it ruined me. It's actually a decent matchup for me. It was just freeze. Like, the only problem with this deck is that when something of mine gets frozen, especially when it's a battle ram and an E-Wiz, so 8 elixir, what do I have, right? I have minions that would have died to the wizard. I have bandit that would have died to the barbs. I have fisherman that would have died to the barbs as well, but I don't even think I had it in hand. So I can't do anything. I just lose that tower, and then you freeze my last push, and freezing's toxic, okay? New card, Inferno Spell. The Inferno Spell burns the enemies, dealing damage that increases over time, reduce damage to crown towers. That's quite cool. I'm not going to work out how much damage this is, but it's like a poison that increases, so that's pretty cool. Clan, how much spell bait do you need? Me, yes. All of the spell bait cards. Good job. You don't have Witch and Night Witch in there for poison bait or graveyard, so you didn't do poison bait, and it makes me sad. What events lead up to the creation of this unholy deck? It's pretty unholy, especially because it has Sparky. I mean, maybe just some really bad experiences in the game, dude. This is typical waiting time. What is that in? There's no way that's on, like, ladder. Is that war? Yeah, that's the war symbol, isn't it? What league are you in? Damn. Hey, look, my post. I'm personally offended. Would you like to read this, boys? Right, so bear in mind I've never been on this subreddit in my life. 5 months ago, from a user I don't recognize and another user I don't recognize, what accent does Bailey OP ClashRoyale have? I'm an American, I'm guessing it's Cockney or Australian. Australian, refer to Michael Caine for Cockney. Okay, first, never seen the subreddit. Secondly, never seen these users. Why are they posting about me, and why are they getting my accent horribly wrong? Like, I know it's a generic thing to say, oh, I don't have an accent, but like, do I? Like, I'm from Norfolk, so ideally I should have a Norfolk accent, but the only thing we really do is, like, miss out saying T's. So in the word water, it would be water. But I don't do that, so I don't really know if I have an accent. I have the base of a Norfolk accent, but all the nuances and specialities of it I take out myself, so I don't know what my accent even is. Alright, there's a long post here. Do we have time for it? Maybe I'll read it and I'll, like, myself, and I'll respond to it as, like, a separate thing, so I don't have to have the whole post and spend 15 minutes on it. Alright, so very basically, he's just, like, outlined the history of Elite Barbs, saying they came out on his birthday, they were buffed and then reworked. I know they're buffed and nerfed and reworked, and they are overall trash in challenges, but great in ladder, because obviously they're common. He said he doesn't want to see them get a rarity change, because people, like, with Wizard have maxed that anyway, so it wouldn't help. My rebuttal to that is, okay, make them an epic. Like, the only epic we really see really high level is Witch, and that's just because you get it at the start. So moving the Elite Barbs up to wherever they are now, I think they're... Where are they now? Are they Hog Mountain now? I don't know. But moving them... They were in Royale, but I think they got moved to Hog Mountain. Don't quote me on that. I don't actually know. Moving them like that means that players get them later on in the game, and if they're an epic, it's really hard to level up. So that'd be my rebuttal to that. His suggestion was less damage, less movement speed, but less elixir. So they're 5 elixir, they move fast instead, but do less damage. So they're more of a tank killer than they are just, you know, a rush card, which I can agree with. I agree, rework them to do that, but in that case, make them, like, maybe a medium move speed, not necessarily a fast, because even that is, like, too fast for a tank killer. I do like the suggestion, but it doesn't really help that they're still maxed and over-leveled, but yeah, if they weren't, like, a win condition type card, I think they would be much better, so I do also like that. Also, I like them as a tank killer, because they just work very well, okay? So, it's a very good suggestion, actually. Thank you, Inferno Dragon 203. But yeah, boys, this is going to be all for this subreddit review. Hopefully you enjoyed this roundup of the community's postings. I enjoyed whatever this was. Again, I don't know how to outro these. These are really difficult because usually I review what we've just done, but we've just reviewed the subreddit, so I'm just reviewing the subreddit, and then I ramble for a little bit. I don't know if this is a cool nuance of the videos that you enjoy, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and peace.